Hi again, everyone, and welcome back to Hollow Knight with me, Kid K. Mirai. Let's hit it and get started, everybody. We got a good one for you today because we're going back into Deep Nest and messing around with things that bugs should not be messing around with. She said because she just is spooked of this place. But where we start out is just a very nice hot spring that just happens to be down here in the middle of nowhere. That, if you remember from the last video, was highly protected by the Mantis Lords. Let me see if I can find them. I don't know if they're up here, maybe. But anyway, I guess I don't really have to find them. These guys, these ladies, who were keeping, apparently, things from coming through the door from the other side that looked a lot like some of the creatures that live down here. So obviously they have some kind of deal or truce with the bugs of Hallownest to keep the beasts at bay. And they've kept their part of the bargain, according to their sign in their village. Makes you wonder what the Hallownest side of the bargain was. But as we learned from their Hunter's Journal entry, they don't really care for the bugs of Hallownest for the most part. I'm not even gonna... Well, yeah, I gotta comment on that, because I'm sure you all just noticed. Some of the bugs in here, when you kill them, that just looked like one of the guys in the very first area, Forgotten Crossroads. But they come back to life after they've been killed. Almost makes you kind of wonder if they're all gonna end up like that in the end, or if that's a particular kind of parasite that lives in Deep Nest that either disguises itself as a regular looking husk bug, or that got into the corpse of a husk bug and reanimated it. Anyway, this over here you probably saw or might have seen when I was sort of down a little bit below. I sort of jumped around a little bit, saw that there was this ledge up here. Otherwise, you would never know to come over here. So, the only reason why I know it is just because I've played so many times. So, anyway, there's a secret ledge over here. Let's check it out. As what I'm really trying to do is get back upward because I fell down. And so, you know, trying to get my way, make my way uptown. Oh! Now, who would have put you here? Man, when I get my hands on whoever put you in these places... Wait, hold on, I'm going to show you something cute. All they just are thinking of is home. Go home. Yeah! Go home! Get out of this warren of beasts and villainy. And over here you can see there's another cracked wall, which means more fun. By the way, who recalls from the last video when we were wandering around in the area right above the hot spring, sort of to the left of the area above the hot spring? Do you remember that there was a thing that looked kind of like the night? And it was really creepy? This place is just super creepy. On the one hand, it's just like I don't like it because it's so creepy. But on the other hand, I really do like it because it's so creepy. I just was thinking about that since the last video. That maybe I shouldn't diss it so much because its creepy ambiance is very effective, game making wise. There's a lot of corpses around. Let's see what they have. Missed you. Missed you. Missed me? Well, think about it though. When you dream nail dead bodies, it would be sort of like maybe the last things that they were thinking, because it's like the leftover remnants of their dreams and thoughts, or, things like... And there it is. Hold on. The difference is, I have a lantern and you don't. Can you just see in the dark normally? Don't like that, don't like that, don't like that. However, we're gonna check it out. How? No. A lot of things have died here. Now the thing that looked like the night is gone. Oh no. Oh, but there's money down here. That's... As I always say, it's always okay if there's money. My face. My face? Your face looks okay. What if something was like eating its face? Oh no. Okay. Oh. Always look for cracks in the walls. I hope that you're seeing that these cracks exist, because like I know that they exist, so I'm just breaking them, but I hope that you're seeing them too. I feel like I should be mimicking it. I'm really freaked out. I was really spooked the first time I played. And I'm spooked now. I mean, I don't like that at all. Can't like it. Okay. It was there. Now it's not. You were dead? Who was dead? You're dead. This is a problem. However, maybe this creature is, or, you know, whatever this is doppelganger. Don't run. Maybe if that was like their last thought. Maybe this thing is just leading me to money. This ghost. Maybe it's like my ghost from the future and the past. Brother. Brother. See, so things are thinking like, brother, I missed you, don't run. And I'm chasing a thing that looks like me. Don't run. Okay, it went down. However, first of all, knew that shortcut was there. That will lead me, you know, more or less out of the place or down to here. Which is always good to know that you can get out of a place like this. But it just keeps disappearing. It just disappeared down here. More bodies. Come back. Okay. I'm starting to think that maybe this thing, dearest and brother, like, how? I mean, this thing obviously leads people to their doom. And now I'm being led to my doom. It's also kind of upsetting just that it's completely quiet. Except for our footfalls. Ooh. Oh no. Now you've already got me. Do you really need to add insult to injury and make it worse? We've got some of these beast things. Alright, guys. Let's do it. What's that big thing? And, okay, the first thing that caught my eye is the big thing to the right, but are you seeing the couple things in the middle that look a whole lot like the knight? Maybe not exactly like the knight, like this thing right here is, but kind of like the knight. Who's ready to get upset? Uh-oh! This thing is called Nosk, and it is a Class A fucker. Because it just spits infection. There is a method to doing this fight, and my method kind of takes a while, so, you know. stood in the wrong place. Honestly, this is probably the best way to kill this dude. You just sort of wait here, heal when you can, and then eventually starts doing this shit, which sucks. I just gotta get my rhythm. I saw that coming and I didn't move. Are you loving this? This guy is horrible. It's horrible. So, clearly, it, sort of disguises itself either as you, which is why the one dead body said, you know, my face, or maybe it just can disguise itself as, like, a loved one of yours. Like, the ones that said, you know, brother and dearest, you know? So, basically it can just, like, you know, look like stuff. I like it when it goes on the roof, because I can't get it. Then it comes down and just gets on me. Comes down upon me. Run around. This thing skitters around like Penny when she sees lights on the floor. Yeah, my dog has like a phobia of like flashlight lights. So you know how like cats will chase, you know, laser pointer? She will chase flashlight lights if you do it on the floor, but she'll scream about it. So this thing is sort of like Penny. Yeah, that's right. This is exactly like my dog. I'm talking too much because this thing freaks me out. But it just, the noises stopped for a second there. Okay, maybe I should just stand in one place. You remember the thing when we first came into this room that we killed a sort of regular looking husk bug and then it reanimated? Those things kind of skittered around like this dude. Oh, that was a good one. Now come over here. You're on the wrong side. I wish I was better at this, you guys. Because now I've run out of soul, so I can't heal. There we go. Here's a chance to heal. Okay, go up on the ceiling. 3. I want to tell you, Nosk one time broke my steel soul run. So, I am always out for Nosk's blood for screwing me up there. Stop going up on the ceiling. Whenever he sprays orange soda on my hidey hole, I don't move. There's really no place I can move to. Die, you impersonating... You impersonating sun-kissed filled blob. Whee! Won't be killing me or other things that look like me anytime soon. What? See, I want to know what that is. But like, check it out. Like we killed this thing and it just, you know, burst into Sunny D like they often do, but like I didn't get a prize. No, that's not right. I will get a prize. Pale ore. Do you guys recall about a bazillion... Yeah, that's about a bazillion videos ago when I got my nail upgrade? And the nailsmith said that he would make my nail even better if I brought him pale ore. That's what that is. Okay, first of all, corpse creeper, parasitic beast that controls the body of its host after the host's death. Okay, that clears that up. That's a parasite. Deep hunter was the little thing where I said, is it a spider? Crawls along walls and roofs, spitting burning venom anything you pass by. Yes, indeed. And Nosk. Mimics the shape of other creatures to lure prey to its lair. Yeah, I got that. In the deepest darkness, there are beasts who wear faces stolen from your memories and pluck at the strings in your heart. Know yourself and stay strong. You know what's really scary to think about? That maybe the hunter ran into that guy or a guy like him to know about this dude, and either the hunter was like too freaked out to kill that particular one, or there's more of them that perhaps the hunter, you know, killed because the hunter seems to be, you know, a pretty formidable guy. You know, is that a species or is that just one guy? Because the hunter just said, like, there are beasts, like, plural. So, that's kind of interesting. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to run back in here because right here is the hot spring. And I'm just going to save at the hot spring. Just to save, you know, update the map. Let's take a look. Yeah, okay, so like that whole area was just sort of below us. We're gonna go back into that room and make our way upward. Climb our way out of this hole. Oh, wait. Forgot, if you sit in hot springs, your soul fills up. So after that creepy crawly interlude that got us a pale ore, we can go back to our exploring. And I want to tell you that sometimes the ones that you kill turn into the corpse creepers and sometimes they don't. Like, I don't know if this guy always does. No, it looks like it's not going to. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna make our way upward, like I said. Killing everything in our path, as we always do. We sort of gotta wait, like we did with, remember the horrible monsters in the Royal Waterways, where their bits would come back to life and try to kill us? That was definitely a spider in the foreground. I like spiders in real life, as my commentary to the last video said. I will always save them if they get in my house. I will, you know, go put them outside rather than kill them or anything. But in a video game, spiders are often a thing, as anybody who's played a Legend of Zelda game will know. And so, when there's spiders around, you know, there's probably like some kind of spider boss or something, you know. And spiders are quite different from the other kinds of creatures that we've been seeing around, because everything that we've seen up until now has been like a bug or a snail, you know, that kind of thing. It hasn't been, you know, there haven't been any arachnids. Now suddenly we're in a place that's full of parasites and arthropods and stuff. One of them is down there and I'm not gonna go for it. I am not gonna bother with that. So this place is just covered in spikes. Let's see if I can make my way up this way. So I honestly feel bad killing these spider guys. Like I kind of feel bad, you know, killing all the other bugs that aren't dead bugs. Like I felt bad about killing mantises. Oh, there's a grub there. I have to be careful to get that. Yeah! Get out of this spike-filled hellhole. Okay. So. Over and around we go. Spiders. Yeah, there's spider webs all over the place. Anytime I go in a corner, I want to like run back from it because I'm thinking that the floor's gonna fall in. That sounds familiar. Is that Zoach the Bitey I see? Looks like he's gotten himself into kind of a predicament. My boy Zoach. How did he get down here in the first place? See, that's just the thing about Zoach. It's like, he's clearly a butthead. And he's mean and rude. But he's getting into these places. Like, somehow got into the City of Tears. Despite the fact that there was a locked gate keeping people out of it. For the most part. Although Cornifer also did get into the City of Tears. But, and he was in, you know, he was in Green Path. He got to our town of Dirtmouth again. So he's able to get places. But it looks like he got tied up by something. Like, you know, spiderweb stuff, so. I can't get down there. Okay, so there must be a way to get in, like, via over there from another room, but I can't do it yet. Don't worry, Zoe. There's no way I wouldn't save you, being as how I love you so much. You supreme jerk-ass. He's a knight of great renown, you know. Were you aware of that? Don't worry, if you weren't aware, he would have told you. Again. Okay, but first of all, we are going to take a small detour because there is a bench. And it's always a good idea to have a bench. I knew that would do that, so that did not spook me. A friend who won't be rude to us and yell. It's Cloth. You guys are called Cloth, right? We met her in the fungal wastes. And she was down below the ground, you know, taking a nap or something. And she was a cicada, and she said that she hoped she would see us again. Here she is. This whole area swarms with deadly critters. Biting, burning, scratching types. I'd thought to test my strength against them. Now that bravado has left me, and all I feel is tired and sore. Understandable, Cloth. I am totally with you on that. I'm taking what brief rest I can. Then I'm off in search of a less terrifying challenge. This nest is no place to die. That's what I've been telling myself. I hope you didn't run into Nosk, because Nosk was terrible, but now you won't run into Nosk. Such bad luck. The critters about here are just terrifying. Those scuttling legs, those gnashing teeth. 'Tis not the end I'd ever want to meet. Pretty much the same as what she said out loud. You're a straightforward person, aren't you, Cloth? Well, definitely take a nap, but then I hope that you get out safely because it's scary down here. She's got her, like, whoops, I didn't mean to hit up. She's got her cool, club there. My king, I'm sorry. Are you sorry? See, but here, unlike the rest of the place, you seeing that it's more constructed and built and has those same kind of, metal, constructions and motifs as, City of Tears and Forgotten Crossings and that, so it couldn't be built. What couldn't be built? Oh, wait, hold on. Make sure I'm getting the right. Okay, it's just that one. How about over here? The nest rejects us. Little deep nest rejected. What, the hollow nest bugs? Hold on, I want to look at the map. Oh, deep nest is big. Look at that, it's like real big. Okay, and one of those dreamer masks is over here. So, oh, wasn't one of the dreamers was called the Beast, right? We had Monomon the teacher from the opening poem, the Watcher above the city, so that must be that person. And then we had the Beast in her nest, so that makes sense. So one of the dreamers is like a spider deep nest person, or a hollow nest person who just, made their home here. Her home. I think it used she or her, pronouns. Anyway, you would like almost never know that was a door unless you already knew. But I failed tramway. That thing just it was spawning Carver Hatcher. See, that's a dirt carver, so Carver Hatcher fires dirt carvers from its body when potential prey comes close. That's gross. Another parent type creature that just fires its babies. Anyway, I'm going this way. Don't you jump at me. I'll get you. What's this in the background? Well, it said failed tramway. Oh, okay, so like maybe the bugs that we just dreamed out the bodies of were building a tramway? But it failed, and that was because the nest rejected them? That's a cocoon thing. Hi! I would like your extra health. I always like that extra health. You can go that way. Here. It's another place where everything must be dark if you don't have the lantern. I'm gonna just keep dreaming on bodies, just in case. I want that lore. But I guess that's interesting though. A tramway. We have the stagways and the stag stations. So weird that there's something like there's something called a tram. And that, unlocks the gate over there. But it looks pretty intricate. Like, they got pretty far with it before it, failed. That one, when you kill it, though, unlike the Aspid mothers, doesn't, fire any... Oh, God, there's two of them. Doesn't fire any last babies at you. Couldn't stop it from firing another baby. I like how just as it fires babies out of its body. Oh well yeah, these filled with lifeblood that can be extracted and consumed for its healthful purposes. Yeah, because it gives you the extra health. Even glowing in there. Okay. Tram pass. So there must have been working trams. Just not this one? Or were they just, creating a tram pass system? I'm gonna need to do this. Oh, whoops. Well, No, hold on. I don't know if I can get out through that. So I'll go this way. Yep. Just gonna superhero my way. Hi, Cloth. Hello again. Okay, so there was another way out. I don't want to go down that way yet, I don't think. I think what I want to do is I want to go back down this way. And we're going to check out, there was a left way exit down here, which might lead to where Zote is. I'm hoping it does, because I don't want to leave my bastard buddy behind. Okay, alright. Zombie gauntlet. He's all gonna wake up. Why, I do believe the answer to that question is yes. I didn't mean to fire that, but I'm glad I did. There's more of them? How many of you are there? Come here. Okay, what I want to know is, when these creatures like Nosk and these, zombie things go and put those, sort of webby looking gates across stuff, why do those go away when they die, other than it's a video game? I want to know. Anyway, I realized that I got the hunter's notes for the corpse creepers. The beasts of this land have found plenty of ingenious hiding places, but none so clever as the body of another creature. If you happen on such a beast, rejoice! You've hunted 2 creatures at once. That's wonderful. That's a great way to look at it. Okay. There we go. Hi. You want me to let you out? Say please. Just complains, just bad enough. I guess I shouldn't have expected anything else. Hoy, what are you doing, you clumsy little oaf? Swinging your rusty little nail around in the darkness. You almost struck me. And if you had, it would have been the end of you. Trust me. I am Zote the Mighty, a knight of great renown. My weapon, Life Ender, has struck down hundreds of foes. Be gone, or you'll be next. Yeah, I probably really shouldn't have expected anything else from you, buddy. Are you lost in these dark tunnels? I don't care. No, I won't lead you out. I know the way due to my powerful memory, but I only travel alone. Be gone. And the thing is, he might be completely lost, or he might not be, because like I said, he has gotten in and out of several situations. This is just the times that we've found him that he's gotten caught, which has only been twice so far. Are you cooler than I think you are, or are you not as cool as I think you are? Anyway, guess what? So, the kingdom was hiding this dark nest full of deadly predators. Well, now their deadliest predator of all is here. Zote the Mighty! That's right, buddy. I love your confidence. I love that you're a butthole. Okay, but bye, since you're not gonna help me. And therefore, I'm not gonna help you. Zote just, scuttling after us. Trying to keep his distance, oh, King's Idol, that's new. Just trying to keep his distance while he follows me. So as not to let on that he is indeed following. I'll see you later. Hold on. I want to see what a king's idol is. That's new. A white idol depicting the king of Hellenist. The elusive king was worshipped through these idols. Relic from Hellenist past is that blah blah blah, dedicated to... Okay, so it's another thing I can give to Lem. Let's look at pale ore too while we're in here. Rare pale metal that emanates an icy chill, prized by those who craft weapons. Okay, that's interesting. The elusive king. And remember, the stag said that the king had ordered the stag stations made, but had never traveled on them himself. And the stag said that all that he knew was that, you know, the king was this, you know, beautiful bug to behold. Anyway, right now we are going to go all the way back down to the hot spring. And while we are on our way, I have realized that I have not done a sort of state of the story talk in a little while. So while we're going down to a place that we've been before, instead of making a cut and doing it myself, how about we talk about that? So I think where we left off, you know, talking about the story was before we went into Crystal Peak. We had discussed, you know, the City of Tears stuff that we got the first time we went there. And, you know, I think the last thing was like the statue and the talk about the Hollow Knight and its sacrifice. So when we went to Crystal Peak, we learned from Quirrell, who we saw there for the first time in a while, that the crystals found in Crystal Peak have a power similar to soul, which Quirrell characterized as not as potent as the soul that was used by the city dwellers, but also not as lethal, which is interesting because we do know that harnessing soul turned out to be not such a great idea for the soul sanctum bugs because it warped their bodies into, you know, basically goop, or like sort of turned them insane in the case of, you know, the soul master who believed in immortality. So that's not so great. But so normally people can't harness soul without consequences, and yet here we are, the knight, walking around harnessing soul apparently without consequences. So that's rather interesting. Then in Crystal Peak we got the Crystal Heart, which was the heart of a mining golem, which further cements the idea that this was a mining operation where people were getting crystals regularly. And I just want to finish this before I go back in there. But so this Crystal Heart gave us the power to go fast, and it was awesome. But also we learned that, you know, if the crystals have a power similar to soul, and even if it's less deadly, you know, Mila the miner was digging for crystals in that area, and she ended up infected. And so were a lot of other bugs that were clearly miners, or, you know, mining type beasts that were, you know, used for mining. So the crystals are not so great. And then we fell in a hole in Crystal Peak, and that's what we'll talk about after I go in here. Back to the hot spring. Because Quirrell's here. Hello. I'm just seeing all of my friends. I saw Claude, I saw Zote, who's sort of like my asshole friend, and now here's my nice not an asshole friend. My not an asshole guy friend. My not an asshole girlfriend is Claude. Hello, hello. What a thrill this is to find such a warm comfort amidst the den of beasts. This is a ferocious place, no doubt. Supposedly there's a village deep in the Warren. Its inhabitants never accepted Hellenist's king. A village, huh? It must be further to the left. Never accepted the king. Well, that makes sense, because we saw that the dead bugs in the tram weren't accepted by the nest. Why not join me for a time? These waters do wonders for weary legs. I splash you. I splash. So glad to see you. I'm so glad that you're alive and well, Quirrell. That's cute. He puts his nail there. That's sweet. so glad you're here. I would like to just sit here and chill. I really would. It's nice. Okay. Just trying to think, do I need to change my charms up at all? I don't really think so. I think these ones have been serving me well. Alright, Quirrell. I splash! But now I must go. Alright, so then we fell in a hole at the bottom of Crystal Peak after getting an upgrade to one of our spells that involved absorbing a snail shaman. Which is kind of weird. And the spell upgrade's description talked about gathering shadow as opposed to just, shooting our gathered cache of soul. So that's interesting, as I said. You know what, I don't want to go this way. I want to go more to the right. That was my stupid jump. Yeah, no, I don't want to go into that exit. Anyway, so after we fell into the hole, we ended up in a place called the Resting Grounds. It's like a graveyard, and we were accosted by 3 figures, the same ones that had accosted us in Green Path, that basically said again, go fade away, basically get out of our face, let us rest, that kind of thing. But this time, they blasted us into a dream world, and we were helped to get out of that dream world by a lady that looked like a moth, and turned out to be a moth because it was sort of the dream projection of this gal called the Seer, who we talked to in the graveyard and who gave us a couple of new quests, and I'll tell you about that in just a second. A door with an open slot. Insert tram pass. Remember, there was one of these all the way back in Forgotten Crossroads. Hold on just a second, because maybe I can show you that in the map. Here's Forgotten Crossroads on the map. And do you see the connection between Forgotten Crossroads and Resting Grounds? And we went through at the Blue Lake area and ended up, down below by Salubra. Right above Salubra, there was a room that we couldn't go anywhere in, and it was because it said you need to stick something in a slot. And it looked exactly like this. So that, in fact, was a tram. And now we have a tram pass. So now we can ride the bus. Well, that's kind of neat. It's cute that it plays the same music as the bench areas often do, that sort of restful music. Okay, so for right now, this is where we want to be, and inspect. Press the glowing button? Yeah, sure. We're riding the bus. Let's see where we end up. Save again. And now we're at a place that we don't have a map for. Let's see on the big map where we might be. Come on, where am I? Where am I? Where am I? All the way over here. We're sort of under the Royal Waterways. Well, Elderbug said that there were places even below the city where, it seemed like, the rocks themselves had been, the rock itself had a will. So that's interesting. I'm going to drop down here. It's a different sign. Ancient Basin. Well, that would sort of fit the description that Elderbug gave, I guess. Cornifer! We didn't have a map, but we're gonna. Oh, we're gonna.
Make him noise, Puccin.
Old caverns, these ones. Can't you just feel the weight of the kingdom above? It's a heavy thing, all right. I reckon not many'd reach these depths. We're pioneers, you and I, at least in recent history. Yes, I will buy a map. I'm glad you got out of Deep Nest. I got out of Deep Nest also. We are pioneers.
Chocolate, correct this.
It's a long trek back to the shop from here. I'll be resting my legs a little longer. Not too long, though. It won't do to have Iselda worrying after me. She does think about you. It's in her dream now. Dialogue. What's yours? To chart the world. What joy. Only Iselda could share the thrill. Ah, so they're both thinking of each other. He wants her to come along, and she was thinking about how life with him makes her happy, but that, maybe she should stretch her legs and, you know, come to places with him. That's a sign, but I can't get up there. Actually, you know what? I need to go back up. So, anyway, the seer... Yes, I am back on this. You are not going to escape my state of the story talk. The seer gave us a couple of quests in the sense that she gave us a dream nail and told us to go and collect essence, which comes from trees called whispering roots that look like they are covered in little dream catchers, and from warrior spirits, which are now marked on our map. We fought one of the warrior spirits, a guy named Zero, who had turned his nails against the king. So he was, you know, a traitor to the crown for whatever reason, not quite explained by him. And so, basically we're going on an essence gathering quest for the seer. The second, you know, sort of quest that she gave us without even really calling it a quest was the fact that after the dreamers accosted us and she got us out of the dream, their masks, as we just saw, have appeared on the map. And what the seer said about the dream nail and about them was that she referred to them as prisoners, which is interesting. She said that being prisoners themselves, maybe they desired the knight's company, and that's why they drew them into the dream. And also, she said of the dream nail that not even those dreamers could hide from you if you have the dream nail. So, you know, that's kind of interesting. And now we have all these things on our map, and we have, you know, the essence quest. Suddenly, after seeing the seer for the first time, the game has a little bit more direction to it. Prior to that, we'd really just kind of been aimlessly wandering around, you know, not really knowing what any of... Oh, wait, I went the wrong way. What any of this was for. You know, was the knight here just to sort of explore and check things out? You know, Hornet seemed to think that the knight was there for a reason. She said, I know what you'll do, and I can't allow it. But the player themselves doesn't necessarily know what's going on any more than... Hey, it's like a little Moloch guy. Remember the brooding Moloch? Looks like that, but little. That's cute. So prior to that, we really didn't have very much direction in what we were, quote, supposed to be doing in the game, besides exploring everywhere, going everywhere that we could get into, and, you know, sticking our non-existent nose into other people's business. Killing monsters, you know, killing various kinds of bugs to fill up our little Pokédex journal, you know, that kind of thing, yeah. And following Hornet around a little bit. Meeting up with Quirrell, meeting up with Zote, making friends. Basically just a purely exploration type of a game. But, now, we've got all these various quests to take care of. So, kind of becoming more like a, you know, a planned out video game. Where there's goals and objectives to meet. So that's kind of interesting. Also, there's just the simple fact that the dream nail. So, oh, there's that, you know, we're seeing that, you know, Hellenist seal type motif. And also, you might have noticed, I didn't dwell on it here, the king's idol. If that's what the king looks like, then if you see that, the four-pronged crown, I mean, that's, you know, that matches So that's the seal of Hallownest, and that's the king himself. So that's kind of interesting. He puts his own, crowned image all over the place. So, Dream Nail is dreams. We also got a charm that was called the Dream Shield that came from a tribe, once wielded by a tribe that could shape dreams. So, almost suggests that moths, because the seer's a moth, she had it. So, that's our first time seeing aspids in a real long time. And of course, aspids have to come be buttholes by being in my way. Yes, hello. But, so now dreams are a motif. We have, the dream catcher shaped essence. We have, quote, dreamers that we're supposed to be going to find and who, quote unquote, can't hide from us. Is that Cloth's, club? Did she get all the way here too? Oh, hi. My friend, you dealt with all of those beasts. I'm ashamed to say, I was hiding. Those ghastly things chased me and I ran. If you hadn't come along, who knows if I'd ever have survived. Others take me for a fearsome warrior, with my impressive size. But this kingdom's beasts, I wonder if I'm just no match for them? Now you're a match for them. You just had to hide in order to make sure that you wouldn't die. Trying not to die doesn't make you a coward. Your life has value, Cloth. She liked my pep talk.
Bakusa!
Enough. I cannot wallow in my weakness. I must take strength from your example. Yes, you absolutely should. You act so confident in battle. You show no fear before your foes. I'll try my best to do the same. Well, you should still try not to die, though.
Das Manuran.
I look forward to our next contact, tiny savior. Then you'll meet a warrior with courage to match your own. Alright, well, I think you're cool. Such luck! This tiny one appears at just the right moment, and what masterful skill it shows. As a warrior, it sets a powerful precedent. I do well to learn from its form. It's kind of funny because Quirrell always says, you would be scary if you weren't so short. You would be intimidating. Cloth actually, finds us somewhat intimidating regardless of our size, which is kind of cute and sweet. I'm actually going to go back over here because I could drop down here and make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, yeah, that's where I came in. Okay, cool. Let's drop down and see what we can find. Oh, hold on. More of these things. Oh, that thing shouldn't have the reach, but it does. Okay, so basically, what I've been saying is, dreams are now a motif. We now have quests to do. Yeah! That are more than just pure exploration, although the exploration is still a big part of the game, because we have to explore in order to find our way anywhere. And also, dreams, light is a motif, suddenly, because, Mila was talking about staying somewhere until light blooms again, before she, while infected. And the dreamers, I was about to say, before those things distracted me, the dreamers themselves, while they had us, sort of captive in their little bubble, said something about, why is this creature here? Why is this little guy here? Was it because of a call from the vessel or from that captive light? So there's another thing of light. Pale ore! Yes! We have more pale ore! This place is just, riddled with infection. Like, look at this. I mean, that's what that is. The orange goop that we see inside stuff. Nasty. Thing is, it's better to get them from close because then they won't spit that stuff at you. Hold on. Yeah. Lots of bellflies because they're just completely made of infection. So, that's kind of where we are now. We've got quests, we got things to do. We were now just in Deep Nest, which is a place that never accepted the King of Hallownest. You know, cool. And we just discovered a new mode of transportation, the trams. And now that we have discussed all of that, seen Cloth twice and Quirrell once, the next thing we're gonna do is just pop on out of here. One last little bit. Because over here, it seems like we're gonna be coming close to the City of Tears. Also, there's money. But yeah, so that's pretty much the state of the story right now. Looking for more references to light, more references to dreams. And now we've just discovered a place that, you know, is below the kingdom. Oh, I forgot to say, also below the kingdom, we went into the city sewer system, where we discovered a guy who's alive, the Dung Defender, who, is probably one of the kingdom's 5 great knights. So he's been alive since before the, the kingdom went south. So that's also interesting. Hey, it's one of those elevators, but it's busted. Busted elevator. Oh, Essence Street. Cool. May as well make my way up here. So he's alive, and he gave us his stink charm to symbolize friendship. So that was cool. And then we went down even below that, and ended up in Isma's Grove, and the I knew that was gonna happen, and yet I let it happen. I don't know if I can do this. Hold on. Because I think if I, hold on. No. Okay, I actually don't know if I can do this. Wow. Please don't die just from this. Okay. Let's give this one more try, and then I'm gonna go back down to that bench. I know I missed that one, but I'm not gonna go back for it just yet. I don't know if I missed one there or not. Maybe? Money. Yeah, so, and Isma appeared to be dead or turned into a tree or something. And from her tree self, we got a thing that lets us swim in acid, which is very, very handy. And her Dreamnail dialogue was, Ogrim, there's no time. So, who's Ogrim? Or is that just like a word? Is it a person? I would not like to die down here. It would be kind of good if I could, like, not die down here. Oh, but you know, that was the stupid fall. Look at the map. Oh, you know what? And the thing is that I kind of didn't remember this. You know? We're right by where Stone Defender actually is. So hold on just a second. The Dreamcatcher tree isn't going to go away because I missed that one down below, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm actually going to leave the room. Because remember we broke a wall and I said I didn't want to go in there yet? Hi. Hi! See, he's alive, so he can come back and talk to us. And we are going to talk to him. Oh, it's you again. I'm glad to see you return. No, please, don't say a word. I must apologize for my previous behavior. Entirely my fault. I mistook you for one of those mindless, skulking husks, yet you bested me in the most majestic, knightly fashion. I am known as the Knight. Ah, that Tyr. You've been to her grove. I swore I'd visit, but my duties, my oath. Oh, I'm sorry. Ignore me, I'm being foolish. If I'm not careful, I'll sink down into old memories and won't ever come back again. She's a great judge of character, so if she gave you her blessing, you must be something special indeed. I'm barely worthy to be in your presence. But you're one of the 5 great knights. You're definitely worthy to be. Oh, you know, it's really sad. I think he thinks that Isma gave us this on purpose. I think he doesn't know that she's a tree. And he meant to visit her. I'm suddenly very sad about this. Such joyful, vigorous combat. I'd almost forgotten the feeling. I thought you were having a fun time. I was once a knight, you see. By the grace of our good king, I stood proudly before the throne, watching Hallownest swell to greatness. Yep, he's one of the great 5. Then that nasty business with the affliction. We knights defend against the physical, but a formless enemy. How to defeat such a foe? Our king tried in his own way. A cruel means it was, and still, eventually we were brought low. Wow, the king tried and it was through something cruel? Maybe that's why Jero was mad about it? But it failed. Whatever he did failed. Bah, I shouldn't be so morose. You have invigorated me. 'Tis truly a delight to meet one whose strength can match my own. Go now, mighty warrior of Hallownest. You've proven your honor. Good fortune on the path ahead. You just gave me some really good information. I'm glad I came up here. I mean, I originally wasn't going to, but then decided at the spur of the moment that was the last thing that I should do. And then I ran into your place. So there were others. That's cryptic. What? What? Is that all you have to say? Yes, okay, that was one thing. And I came up here thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna show you how it connects up to the city of Tears, but then suddenly I ran into this friend who just, you know, confirmed that he was one of the knights and said that the king tried to stop the infection by some cruel means. That's weird. Okay, and so you can see this is where it connects up. Now, actually, what I'm going to do now is, I'm just going to head over to the bench in King's Station. Just going to bypass these dudes and head there, because we are going to go back down into Ancient Basin next time, but we've come to a good place to stop. And first of all, since I have 2 pale ore, first thing I'm going to do next video is go and get us another nail upgrade before we do any more of the Ancient Basin exploration. So we're going to end up, you know, back down saved by the tram. But for right now, I think after that, bomb of lore that the Dung Defender just gave us, that this is a good place to stop for this video. Thanks again for tuning in, you guys. I haven't done a shout out to everyone in a few videos now, so I just want to say thank you once more for your comments, your likes, and to my loyal viewers. I hope that you're having as much fun as I am, which is quite a lot of fun. So, until next time, have a good night, everybody.